Movies worth watching and watching again. These are movie gems.
Shh, it's starting.
You know, it's a treat to sit down to a great movie. But do you have trouble finding a worthwhile film you can watch with your family and friends? I'm Jay Fulmer, and I'm here to help.
On board that U-boat is this. An Enigma code machine. It allows the German Navy to communicate with its submarines in secret. And our inability to decipher their messages is costing us this war.
Fire! Take it so! Enemy submarine close aboard! Torpedo in the water! Torpedo in the water! I can't even blind the dude!
Gentlemen, it's our turn.
Let me recommend U-571. In 1942, Adolf Hitler held the Atlantic Allied fleets in terror with his U-boats, or underwater boats. These submarines communicated with each other using an Enigma machine, a device used by German military command to encode strategic messages throughout World War II. To capture one of these machines would help the Allied forces in their efforts to decode German communications. This is the setting of the film U-571. Understand that although the story written for this film is fictional, it is inspired by the real stories of the men of the Allied forces who risked their lives in World War II to bring down the Nazi regime. The film begins with its namesake, U-571, a German submarine that has become damaged and is in need of repair. Deducing a U-boat is in trouble, the U.S. Navy sends the S-33, one of the old World War I-era pig boats that made up most of America's submarine fleet in the early days of the war. The crew is to capture the U-571 before the Enigma machine aboard can be destroyed. Called to this mission are an experienced captain, his popular but not yet tough enough executive officer, Lieutenant Tyler.
You gonna hoist up a few beers with the enlisted boys later?
You got it, Griggs.
All right.
A wise, salty old sea dog of a chief, and a hotshot Marine commando. These, and the rest of the crew, are all characters you might recognize from many movies past. In fact, this is one of the things I really like about the movie. It feels like one of the great war movies of the 1940s and 50s. It's patriotic, heroic, and gives viewers a real sense of what these soldiers were willing to give up to protect hearth and home. The core of the story is the maturing of Lieutenant Tyler.
Asking men to carry out orders that may result in their deaths. And if you're wrong, you suffer the consequences. If you're not prepared to make those decisions, without pause, without reflection, then you've got no business being a submarine captain.
Over the course of the film, he has to learn how to make tough decisions and grow as a leader. The film provides crisis after crisis for him to learn those hard lessons, and we see a good soldier who, under pressure, grows into an effective commander. The performances are strong, but understated, which I think fits the tone and the circumstances of men who barely have any time to process what's happening when they're constantly trying to avoid catastrophe. Lawrence H. Seward of the U.S. Naval Institute said of this film, director Jonathan Mostow reinvented history and extended plausibility beyond the limits of dramatic license. He also created the most exciting submarine movie Hollywood has ever produced. He went on to say that the film accurately conveys a sense of what life was like on board a German submarine. And you feel it when you watch it. The space is claustrophobic, dark and wet. There's a sense of helplessness when torpedoes are launched at you and depth charges are exploding all around. All you can do is wait and see. It's harrowing, but it makes the victories all the more sweet. If you're blessed with a good sound system, this film will not disappoint. It is immersive and dramatic. This is an intense movie, but also great fun in the old-fashioned war movie tradition. U-571 is straight-ahead adventure with little of the hyped-up moral introspection of more modern movies. The good guys and the bad guys are clearly defined. The Nazis are not portrayed as the one-dimensional demons of the 1940s films, but they're definitely the enemy. Nor does this film portray Americans as bad or bloodthirsty or cowards. They're the heroes, and they act like it. If you're interested in an old-fashioned movie with the gift of modern special effects, this just may be the film for you. U-571 was released in 2000. It has a runtime of 1 hour and 56 minutes and is rated PG-13. I would give this movie 8 gems. Well, what do you think? Would you like to try it out? You can probably find this film at your local library, but you can also watch it through streaming online. Just type your movie title into the search bar and include the word streaming. You'll see results showing where you can rent it, or perhaps it's already on a streaming service you subscribe to. Once you watch it, come on back and tell us what you thought in the comments section. If you're already a fan of the movie, tell us in the comments what you loved about it and encourage others to watch it too. Don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification bell to be notified of new episodes as they come out. See you next time for more Movie Gems.